Hey guys, before I start this documentary, I just want to say it's been a while since I talked to you guys. It's been about 2 years. Compared to my first video, my voice has gotten deeper. I'm gonna record a full video explaining what happened during those 2 years, but right now, I just want to show you one of the projects I've been working on so far during these past 2 years. Since this channel has transitioned from a purely gaming channel to studio productions, I've decided to create student-led documentaries based on socio-economic issues here in New York. I hope you enjoy. I think for this one I was one of the main editors. So yeah. See you.
It's day 40 of the longest government shutdown in U.S. history, and still there are no signs of compromise.
This administration to go all the way to the Supreme Court just to get out of having to pay SNAP benefits for hungry kids is pathological leverage.
Cut the eggs in half so that it stretches. We used to give out a whole dozen of eggs. Now we cut the dozens in half so they each get a half a dozen.
Every family, every meal, food is justice, food is
free. Even our beers, now it's doubled. And they're like, who's going to pay $20 for a beer?
Food businesses are preparing themselves for higher prices on produce coming from Mexico.
So it's really tariffs, and that's causing most of the inflation overshoot.
So for somebody who's working a shift job, somebody who's working in the gig economy, that can be very, very challenging. A home health aide, for example, whose client goes into the hospital and so doesn't work for a week, that could impact her ability to receive SNAP for the month.
Concerns about rising costs.
And I have no higher priority than making America affordable again. That's what we're going to do.
New York City thrives on diversity, and nowhere is that more visible than in its food. From the bustling aisles of H Mart and Patel Brothers to the kitchens of Chinatown and Curry Hill, immigrant communities sustain the city through flavor, tradition, and resilience. However, the combination of restrictive immigration policies, sweeping tariffs, and a government shutdown leading to a lapse of SNAP benefits has put immigrant and minority-owned businesses at a great disadvantage. In this doc, we explore how current governmental policies are creating instability around food and business in New York City. Eleanor's Restaurant is a West African establishment in the Bronx. It has been open for almost 2 years in the midst of this political uncertainty. Eleanor herself opened up to us about her difficulties amidst nationwide changes in economic and immigration policy.
Hi, my name is Eleanor. It has been very, very bad, but I'm just hanging in there, taking it easy one day at a time. My food is a culture food, and the location, we don't have so many Africans here, but I'm pushing through. Everything now is expensive because most of our product is exported from Ghana, so it's very expensive in the African market, especially the spice, and also yams, the fish, the dry fish from Africa. Everything is expensive. As you can see, it's dead, very dead here. People are scared to come out, people don't have money, and people who have money too, they don't know what is going on, so I really don't know if they're keeping their money, only that they don't have a job. It's really bad. We need our businesses to up and running. This business is a year and almost 8 months. So if I don't do very well, it's really going to affect everything, and it's going to affect the whole community as well. I really want the community to help me because I'm by Palm Bay. The rent here is very expensive. So if I don't get that help I need, if the customers don't pull up and come and support my business, it's going to be closed. And I really want my business to stay.
Garoa, an authentic Bengali restaurant in Brooklyn, which opened in 2004, is balancing the rapid changes in food costs with what their customers can afford. We sat down with Akash, one of the managers, to discuss how these changes are shaping the business.
2 years ago, every time the market is up and down. Before we have price very low, now we are growing price because we try to make authentic food, So day by day it's little bit everything expensive. So we are trying to little growing and customer satisfaction. So we're just focusing on the food, and customer love it, our food.
Why?
The challenges facing restaurants reveal a larger truth about affordability in New York City. Eating out has become a luxury, not a given, and as food prices continue to rise, the impact extends far beyond the dining room. For many New Yorkers, even the simple act of cooking at home is becoming increasingly difficult to sustain. A 2024 statistic states that there were more than 8.4 million food pantry visits in New York City alone. That's double pre-pandemic levels. Not even one block from Aurora was one of those pantries.
Okay. Let me introduce myself. My name is Firoz Ahmed. I'm the president of Shondeep Society USA, which is a non-profit organization. Along with me is my Alamgir Hussain. He's our general secretary of our organization. Hey. Anwar Hussain is the treasurer. Anwar Islam. Mr. Abdul Manan, vice president. Every month, third Saturday, we give them free food, but it's state funded through Muna Social Service. But we take care of this location, and every month, like 600, 700, 800 people comes to get the food, like 20 items approximate, you know. As a part of the social work, we are doing this.
During these times, you know that the lot of the services cut, like the SNAP program, all other programs, so people need it. So if we can help them, it's very. But we are enjoying, and we are.
At a moment when restaurants are fighting to survive and food insecurity is rising across New York City, the work of organizations like the Sandwich Society is more vital than ever.
At Rethink Food, we work with farmers.
Their efforts led us to Rethink Food, an organization harnessing their power of restaurant kitchens to nourish communities too often left behind.
My name is Patrice McGloin, and I am the operations manager at Rethink Food. Rethink Food is a chef-led nonprofit that harnesses the power of local restaurants and small businesses, connecting restaurants with community-based organizations to provide culturally celebrated, nutrient-dense meals, and advocating for policy change as we do that. We've been able to invest $147 million into small local businesses. We've been able to deliver over 33 million meals to communities in need. And we've been able to divert 30 million pounds of food waste into donations that are then used to make delicious meals for the community. The food cost as a whole has definitely shifted and been impacted by the rise of tariffs. And we're navigating that as an operation on a daily basis.
Since food is often donated, have you noticed any changes in trends of like what gets donated to you? Changes in availability of ingredients, for example, or other things?
So our donations have remained pretty consistent. What I will say is that one of the parts of the food system that we're addressing is this food waste. 40% of food that's produced in the United States doesn't ever touch a human lip. And so we're dedicated to making that happen. And those systems of food waste haven't changed, even if the economic structures around how food gets sourced has. So for us, a more equitable food system leverages the power of existing restaurants, investing in these small businesses to ensure that the food system that we already have can meet the needs of food insecure individuals who are all over this city and all over this country. And source of goods, cost of goods is going up, as we've acknowledged. However, what I will say is that restaurants consistently show up for their communities, even when it's hard, even when they're financially down. And I think that's been what's so incredible to see about the resilience of our network and the resilience of this particular model is there's a commitment there that even in moments of hardship, we still have to remember the people who fed us, right? Who showed up for us, the people who made this restaurant possible.
New York City has always eaten its history. Every spice jar holds a memory. Every recipe carries a migration story. Tariffs reduce food to numbers, percentages, projections, policies. But here, the cost is measured differently. It's measured in dishes quietly removed from menus, in markets forced to raise prices, in families declining what parts of home they can still afford. For immigrant communities, food is not a luxury. It is language. It is inheritance. It is survival. When access to cultural ingredients becomes limited, it isn't just flavor that's lost, it's connection. There is no clear end in sight. Policies shift slowly, while prices rise quickly. And yet, these businesses remain open. These kitchens stay lit. These communities adapt because they always have. New York's identity has never been built on convenience. It's been built on persistence, on people who carry entire worlds with them, one meal at a time. The question isn't whether immigrants will continue to feed this city. They already do. The question is whether the city will continue to protect the people who make its flavor possible.